Type 3. Now they threw those fractions in there along with my inequality sign, so now I got to remember my rule when I have fractions. If I have a fraction in my problem, the first thing I like to do is get rid of the fractions by multiplying by the common denominator, just like we did when we had those equations. Yes, you can do it with the fractions and adding and subtracting those fractions and all of that good stuff, but it's a lot more work. In this case, I'm going to look, my common denominator is 6. I have to multiply every term by 6. So times 6 here, times 6 here, times 6 here, times 6 there. There's 4 terms there. On my fractions, I'm going to be able to cancel. 3 goes into 6 2 times. 2 times negative 4 would be negative 8u. Here I don't have a fraction. I can't cancel. I'm going to take 6 times negative 1, which is negative 6. Then I have is greater than or equal to. 3 goes into 6 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10, so I get 10u. 6 goes into 6 once. 1 times 7 is still 7. My common denominator should be a positive number, so I shouldn't be changing any signs on that step there. Now I got to do my adding and subtracting. Again, when we add and subtract, the inequality sign shouldn't change. We're just going to move our variables to one side, our numbers to the other side. Now, some people don't like to have that negative coefficient, so they move their variable whatever way makes their coefficient positive. So instead of moving this u to the left like we usually do when we solve equations, they might decide, let's move the u to the right, because then I have a positive 18 and I don't have to remember to flip my sign at the end. So if I move this over here to the right, that means I want to move this over here to the left. We would get negative 13 is greater than or equal to 18u. We then have to divide by the 18 to solve. So negative 13/18 is greater than or equal to u. So if I look at number 14, what should I multiply by? $28, because I have a 4 and a 7 in my denominators, right? I'm going to multiply every term by 28, including those whole numbers. But I want to have something both 4 and 7 will cancel out with, so I can get rid of those two fractions. 4 goes into 28 7 times. 7 times 3u, 21u. The 1 I can't cancel, I'm just going to take the 28 times the 1, which is still 28, is greater than or equal to. Here I'm going to take 28 times negative u, negative 28u. And then I got a fraction, so I'm going to cancel again. 7 goes into 28 4 times. 4 times my minus 5 is minus 20. And then I want to go ahead and solve that for u. If I'm going to solve that for u, what might you do?
Add 28.
Add the 28u. That way my u stays positive. And then I'm going to subtract that 28 to move the number to the opposite side of my variable. If I do that, 21u plus 28u would be 49u is greater than or equal to negative 20 minus 28 is a negative 48. And in order to solve that, I'm going to divide by the 49, right? So u is greater than or equal to negative 48/49. So number 15, if I want to get rid of my fractions there, the first thing I want to do is
Multiply by 18.
multiply by 18. 9 and 6 both divide into 18. If you use 54, it should work. You're just going to have a number at the end that you have to reduce more. So if you use your least common multiple, your numbers aren't as big. So 9 goes into 18. 2 times negative 5v, negative 10v. Here I don't have a fraction. I can't cancel. So I have to take 18 times negative 2. Negative 36 is less than or equal to. Here I have a fraction. 6 goes into 18. 3 times my 7v, 21v. And then again we have a fraction on the end. 9 goes into 18. Twice. 2 times 4 is 8. So negative 10v minus 36 is less than or equal to 21v plus 8. What's the next thing you might want to do to solve that for v? Add the 10. See, she doesn't want to have that negative, so she's going to move that over and add the 10v, which means she's also going to minus the 8 to move it to the other side. So negative 36 minus 8 would be negative 44 is less than or equal to 21 plus 10 is 31v. And then all we have to do is divide by 31. I don't think I can simplify that fraction, so I have negative 44 over 31 is less than or equal to v, keeping it in the right order.